Welcome to the Eczema Warrior podcast. I'm your host, Julia Chen. I'm here to help you heal your eczema naturally so you can finally live your best damn life. Many years ago in my own eczema healing journey, I was stuck and confused on how to heal my skin. Fast forward to today, after many lessons learned and lots of trial and error, I am now living my best life and traveling the world with clearer skin. If you're an eczema or TSW warrior who desires a life of food freedom and is wanting to heal your skin without steroids while using mindset and manifestation as a tool, you're in the right place. Now let's get into it. Hi, everyone. Welcome to episode 80 of the Eczema Warrior podcast. I am really excited today because I have a bit of a big life update. There's been a lot going on over the past few months when it comes to my personal life, with a big move with my parents and my best friend's wedding, bachelorette, Vegas, and I am finally done all of those things. And I officially have moved down to Colombia. If you guys have listened to my podcast for the past year, you know that I've been in Colombia multiple times in the past year. And traveling the world over the past year and a half, I was trying to find a spot that I actually like to live in. And after traveling to so many different countries over the past year, I think I hit like 13 countries in 12 months, which is crazy. Basically a country every month. I realized that I actually still want to be in Latin America. I love Asia. I was there for half of the year, but the time zone is just so difficult with it being completely opposite, obviously, with North America. And a lot of my clients are based in North America. A lot of live events, a lot of trainings I want to go to are always in the States or in Canada. And so being in the time zone in Asia was so difficult for me. And even with my client calls as well, there's only a certain time frame where I could schedule my calls. So I decided to move down to Medellin, Colombia. One of my best friends, she lives here. She's been here for the past couple of years. And I know a couple other friends here as well. So I'm not completely alone, which is something that's really important to me when it comes to choosing a place to live. I have to have community. I have to have friends around. That being said, I can always make friends when I'm traveling, and I have been over the past year, but I realized I still miss my friends that I've known for longer, and some of them are here in Medellin. So now I'm here. I am slowly settling in. The next couple of weeks are still going to be quite busy because I have a microbiome conference that I'm going to. I'm actually super excited for this. I haven't gone to a big conference besides the Eczema Expo. I'm really excited to learn about the latest research when it comes to the gut microbiome and gut health. And I'm going to be sharing it with you guys, my experience in this conference, which is going to be held in California. And it's going to be the first week of September. So there's that. And then I'm going to be moving into my actual place in Medellin. So right now I'm actually staying at a friend's place, and then I'm going to move into my actual place in the next coming months. So I'm really excited because that place is more of my vibe. It's more of the aesthetic that I'm looking for. So I'm excited to move in and share that with you guys. So that's my life update. On my stories actually earlier this week, I shared that I actually flared from all that's been going on over the past few months. I am thinking about doing a podcast episode about this, but I'm not 100% sure yet. So if you guys want to hear about my experience dealing with this flare that I haven't had since 2022, then reach out to me, send me an email, and let me know. If not, then I probably won't do an episode because it's honestly not too much to share. But if you want to learn about it, then definitely let me know. Okay, today's episode, we are going to talk about why you should be ignoring your symptoms. I know you might be like, Julia, what do you mean ignore my symptoms? Aren't I supposed to be focusing on it so that I could heal it? Aren't I supposed to be thinking about how to take the right supplements, what supplements to choose, what diet to be on, how to improve my mindset, all the things when it comes to healing your body holistically and healing your symptoms? Now, it's not what you think, okay? From seeing hundreds of clients and dealing with my own eczema and having it since birth, one common thing that I see amongst all chronic illness warriors, eczema warriors, is that we tend to focus too much on our symptoms, right? How many of you feel that your day to day, all you do is think about your symptoms? All you do is think about your eczema. You look at your skin, you obsess over it, you worry about it. You think about why your gut health isn't optimal. Why are you bloated? Why do you constantly have fatigue? Why do you feel like shit all the time? Why do you have low energy levels? Why do you have headaches all the time? So we're always focusing on the why, and we are focusing on our symptoms, wondering why it's never going to go away. And the problem when it comes to focusing on your symptoms too much is the mindset principle that where your attention goes, energy flows. I've said this before. My OG listeners, you guys know I talk about this. It basically means what you focus on and what you give your energy to actually intensifies. So if you focus on your symptoms in a negative way, then those symptoms are going to manifest negatively. Because think about it, when we are focusing on our symptoms, it's hardly ever we're focusing on it in a positive way, right? We're always thinking about it in a way where it's more negative, it's more disempowering, or it's more frustrating, right? You think about your skin, you're like, why is this happening? Is it ever healing? You're staring at it, you're picking at it, you're having constipation, you're experiencing diarrhea, you're like, oh my gosh, why am I constipated? Is it what I ate? Is it blah, 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 da, 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 right? So all day and night, you're thinking and focusing on your symptoms. And the emotion you have when you're focusing on these symptoms aren't good emotions, right? You're going to be frustrated. You're going to be feeling hopeless. You're going to be angry. You're just not going to be feeling good. And when you have these kind of emotions around your symptoms, what do you think is going to happen? You're going to be causing more inflammation in your body without knowing it. And so if you're someone who is focusing on your symptoms too much, I want you to start ignoring them. And what I mean by this is not ignore what you should be doing. Like, yes, we still need to eat healthy. We still need to take the right supplements. But like, where is your mind at when you're focusing on these symptoms? Are you focusing on it way too much where you feel stressed out about it? And maybe you need to distract yourself and focus on something else. Remember, where your attention goes, energy flows. You focus on your symptoms too much in a negative way, it's going to get worse. Focus on it in a positive way, then it's going to get better. If you're finding yourself in this loop of focusing on it too much, then I want you to start looking for positive distractions and taking your attention away from your symptoms and choosing something else to focus on, whether it is getting up and going for a walk. That's going to get you distracted. Maybe it is getting up and making yourself a delicious breakfast. Maybe it's going out with your friends and having a coffee date. Anything that's going to distract you from sitting at home and stressing about your symptoms to doing something that actually brings you joy. Because what brings you joy is going to bring you positive emotions. And when you have positive emotions, you're going to have healing. I have seen so many clients heal from implementing this strategy. I actually have one client in mind, and I always think about her whenever I talk about this topic, because she has this mindset where she's like, she literally says, you know what? If I'm going through a flare, fuck it and move on. And I love that because that's literally how we should be sometimes, right? What's the point of overthinking about your symptoms over and over and over again and wanting it to heal, especially when you don't have control of the outcome? Thinking your way to an outcome isn't going to give you the outcome. Thinking your way to wanting your skin to be clear isn't going to always promise results. Thinking about when is it going to heal, why is it not healing, what's happening is only going to make it worse. And that's different than thinking in a way where you're visualizing. That's completely different. When you're thinking in a way where you're visualizing and you're closing your eyes, you are embodying that person who is healed, right? You're visualizing your skin being clear. You're creating positive mental images of your dream life. That's completely different because you're thinking in a way that's more like manifestation. You are visualizing in a way that's drawing that reality closer to you, right? Because you're creating those mental images in your mind. But if you're thinking more so in a way where you're like, is it healing? What's happening? What's going on? That's not visualization, right? You're actually attracting more of what's happening and why it isn't healing. I love that my client kind of had that mindset of like, fuck it and just move on. She actually shared in one of her calls, and I remember this so clearly because she thought it was miraculous when she was experiencing a facial flare. She had a concert that she was going to in New York within a week. And she was worried about her skin not being clear for the concert. But she knew from learning inside CYE, my group coaching program, that there's no point controlling the result and just surrendering and letting it happen. She implemented the fuck it mindset, and literally within a week, she was like, Julia, this is miraculous, but my skin healed. And I'm like, of course it did. And she's like, all I did was I just didn't care about it. I just ignored my symptoms. I just went about my day, did my visualization, focused my attention away from my flare, and my flare healed. That is a power of your mindset and the power of taking your energy on things that are beautiful, that are positive, because there are always other things in your life that are working out for you, even if your symptoms aren't at the moment. And it's about finding positive distractions. If this episode resonated with you and you're like, you know what, Julia, I have been focusing way too much, your homework is to do what I told you today in the episode. Take your attention elsewhere. Find a distraction. Maybe you're going to go away this weekend, go camping with your friends, go hang out with your friends, do something else than sitting at home and worrying about your skin. And, I just want to say, I get it. If you're uncomfortable and you can't leave the house and you're feeling, like you need to stay home, I totally understand. I know what it's like to feel in pain and to feel like you literally don't want to see anybody. I get that. But if you're finding excuses to be at home because you want to focus on what's not working, because that's what our brain does, we look for problems, I want you to catch yourself and take the initiative and the action to do something that you enjoy. Don't think about your skin for a day or 2 days or 3 days if you can. Spend time with your partner, spend time with your friends, go for a walk, take a painting class, like whatever it is to get your mind off of your skin and your symptoms. And I promise you, and I don't make promises, guys, a lot. I promise you within a certain amount of time, you're going to notice your symptoms healing a lot faster. All right? I hope you found this episode helpful, a little quickie today for your Tuesday morning. I love you guys so much. If you want support, you know where to find me. I help my clients with finding the root cause, with diet and supplements, with mindset, all the things. You can apply for my coaching in the show notes below. And we will see you guys in the next episode. Thanks for tuning in to today's episode. Now, before I let you go, I want to let you know I have this amazing eczema visualization. This visualization has helped me so much when it comes to manifesting eczema healing flares faster than I can ever imagine, reducing the itch, and just feeling great in my body. This is the exact same visualization I use for my own healing as well as my clients' healing as well. And if you want to receive this visualization, then all you have to do is leave us a review and tell us what you think about the podcast, screenshot it, send it to your email at hello@juliachen.ca, and you will receive the visualization to your inbox. I look forward to seeing your review, and we will see you in the next episode.